I'm Daniel, and I'd like to talk about my past. I was sent to a place called Blooming Acres when I was 8 years old because I, uh, I disobeyed people, I guess, in school. So this place was basically a group home with a small farm, and they put me on something called risperidone, which made me feel unhappy. It kept me from getting over the separation from my parents, and kept me from going to the washroom properly. And it also made me more aggressive. So I remember, playing with the kids. Then in the evening times, I would watch SpongeBob, then call my mom, and I'd go to bed crying because I'd really miss her. And this went on for a few months. I don't know, I usually had, nightmares about my mom. But, I was taken out of that place about 5 months later, so at least, it wasn't that long. And one thing they had there was autistic people. Um, you know, it was a place for people who were diagnosed with disorders in the autistic spectrum, and I suspect it's probably where I got Asperger's syndrome from, because many of the kids there were autistic, so I had to kind of blend in. Hi, I'm Daniel, and I'd like to talk about my stay at a place called Youthdale. So Youthdale was basically a place where disobedient children went to. Well, I really didn't like it. I hated it, actually, because they just kept me in a room by myself and left me there. I went there 3 times for a total of 4 or 5 months. And I was maybe 9 or 10 years old at the time. So they just kept me in a room alone. When bedtime came, they'd give me lorazepam, and I'd just stay up and sit on the window frame and look out the window, hoping for something entertaining to come by. So it was pretty difficult. It was really difficult to sleep there. I'd come up with my own little games to play, I'd play Connect 4 by myself for some reason, I guess. When I was 9 years old, I went to a place called Youthdale. Sometimes when I misbehaved, usually out of something like boredom, the staff put me in a small room, and I had absolutely nothing to do for 24 hours. So I'd get even more bored, out of my mind, actually. And they'd inject me with some drug to calm me down. But it was really unpleasant. Hi, I'm Daniel, and I'd like to talk about something I went through. I tried to commit suicide when I was 17, and I was sent to a place called Sunnybrook Hospital. Once I was there, I was put in a wheelchair and brought upstairs to a kitchen with these big sterilizers. I didn't really know what was going on. I had my eyes closed, I was way too scared. But once I got there, I don't know, it was really a terrible experience for me, because it kept me from dissociating. I had to choose things to eat when I had no desire to eat because of what I was on. Also, sounded like people were screaming at me because it was just, I don't know. Overall, it was just a terrible experience, and I hope I never come across it again.